Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to Centurions Review, the punk rock band of war games review institutions. This is Hungarian Nightmare from Against the Odds magazine. Against the Odds is from LPS Publishing. One thing I like about their magazine is it includes a game, and then it also includes a very small, well, I wouldn't say small, a very simple counter tray with it, which is nice, and it also includes dice. As far as I know, none of the other game magazines out there include dice with their game or a counter tray. Alright, so here's the magazine itself. Well, let's first, usually with these you get a free postcard game. This one is Some Poles Apart. Interesting, I'll have to try this one of these days. I actually collect postcard games. Let's see if we can find the rules in the magazine here. Alright, let's see how many pages. So with the charts, it looks like it's about 16 pages. And starts out going over what different values mean on the counter, like morale class, fire combat factor, assault combat factor, and movement allowance. And it's doing the same for artillery and stuff. Alright, here's a sequence of play. Joint bombardment phase, then a movement phase where you determine first and second player, and then Soviet player, which is the first player, has a movement phase, then German player movement phase, then combat phase, combat selection segment, joint combat segment, and joint recovery phase. Alright, it's getting into movement in more detail here. Each area, for stacking, each area can contain a total of 12 units, 6 from each side. Alright, let's go over combat now. Joint combat segment and bombardment. Looks like attacker has surprise in this. And now it's going over artillery units and artillery capabilities. And it has supply rules and special units such as engineers and German alarm battalions. I haven't read the rules yet. I'll read through it later. I'm just curious what the alarm battalions are. And it's talking about the joint recovery phase. And then some special rules such as Soviet reinforcements. And we got optional rules too, such as a movement determination segment, tactical reserves, fog of war, and then a more historically accurate Soviet command and control. And let's go over the victory conditions. Looks like there's sudden death if at the end of turn 9 the German player does not occupy or control at least 7 areas of pest, he loses. Otherwise, in which case the Soviet player wins a decisive victory. And you can also win with victory points at the end of the game. Alright, and now it's going over the game setup. So it looks like there's just one scenario, but that's alright for a magazine game. No one expects a magazine game to have a half dozen scenarios, though that has happened in the past. Alright, here is the charts. So we got interdiction fire, disruption removal, German victory points, effects of being out of supply, Hungarian desertion, Soviet victory points, and victory level. It's got the sequence play on the back, bombardment table, or combat results table, and a first fire table. What's interesting to me about this battle is my grandfather's brother was killed in this battle. He was a German troop. He was stationed, I don't know, one of the Scandinavian countries, so he had it pretty easy in World War II. I don't think he really did any fighting other than until this all occurred. One day they asked him if he spoke Hungarian, and he said yeah, and so they sent him here to fight, and he was killed in this battle. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of the counters themselves here. It's got a lot of informational counters. They're small, but they're okay. They're pretty good for a magazine game. They don't look bad at all. Most of them are just standard NATO symbols, which is fine for a magazine game. They look decent. And most of them are quite a few are double-sided. Let's take a look at the map. The map's kind of interesting. Looks like it's a two-piece map, like literally. I guess this is the bottom of the map. Put Axis eliminated units there. And it's all areas and stuff. Not sure what the numbers mean for the different areas. I haven't read the rules yet, but I'm sure that's important. Let's look at the other part of the map. It's actually a good looking map. Alright, it's got the game turn record track up here. Combat round track, artillery point track, movement costs listed there. Yeah, I really like this map. This looks really good. See what else is in the box. Alright, looks like they're advertising their Decisive Battle series. That's one I still got to get, Joan of Arc's Victory. And it includes 2 dice, and 2 nice dice at that. 2 nice D10 dice. They're small, but they look good. And here's your counter tray. Not bad for a magazine game, huh? If you guys have tried this game, why don't you chime in and let us all know how it is, or if you've tried anything similar, let us know. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click like on it, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. And as always, have a good evening.